Hello, everyone. My name is Corey Andrews, and I am excited for this opportunity that I have to share with you a little bit about the internship that I just participated in the spring semester of 2015. I did a 7 or 8 week internship, and it was an incredible experience. I got to work with an awesome company called Children's Therapy Place, located in Boise, Idaho. There's the address right there for you if you're interested in looking it up on Google Maps or something. But this is my presentation on my experience and what a wonderful time I had with Children's Therapy Place. I'm going to tell you a little bit about uh, Children's Therapy Place and what they do, and also about what I had the opportunity to do and what I learned from it. And so here we go. This is my presentation for Family 498R, my internship presentation. Here we go. So the Children's Therapy Place, an awesome place. Obviously, as you can see here, they have a castle. So obviously, it's a good place to be. They in this castle room, which is what they call it. They also have swings and balls and toys and all kinds of stuff for kids to run around and play and sometimes big kids even. I jumped in that castle and just had a lot of fun. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get to spend a lot of time in the castle room because I worked with a young man who was a little bit older. So unfortunately, I didn't get to play in the castle every day, but I did jump in it once or twice. The Children's Therapy Place is a multidisciplinary, takes a multidisciplinary approach so that they can cover as many areas as possible. As you see down in the bottom right corner here, is that they provide services such as physical therapy and speech language pathology and other services. If you jump down, the habilitative support, which is actually what I was able to do with the Children's Therapy Place, then habilitative interventionism and mental health counseling. And so they're the only place in the area, in the Boise area, that provides all of these services under one roof and for one place. And so also there down at the bottom left kind of there is the www.childrenstherapyplace.com. You can check that out if you are interested more in the services that are provided through Children's Therapy Place. How did I get involved with Children's Therapy Place? Well, to be honest, it wasn't my first option. I had something else in mind that I wanted to do, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get that approved. And I say unfortunately, but I'm glad that that wasn't approved because it gave me this opportunity to work with the Children's Therapy Place. And I think there was a reason for that. I think there was a reason that my other idea wasn't approved. But after that idea wasn't approved, I started asking around, trying to find out any other options. And I talked to my cousin, and she works for the Children's Therapy Place. She works in the office there, and she told me about it. And I went in and learned a little bit more about it. And they were super nice and super helpful. And they offered me an opportunity to do an internship right then, right when I had gone in to just find out more about it. So they're very, very good, very great people that work there. So what did I do? Well, I was a habilitative support staff member there, and I'll explain to you a little bit more what that is. I didn't know. I never heard of a habilitative support before I went in and talked to them there at the Children's Therapy Place, but it's actually a lot of cool. Or a lot of fun, a lot of cool. Habilitative support services encourage independence for children with disabilities. So we work with children who have disabilities and try to help them to become more independent, to strengthen the skills that they've been working on and become independent individuals able to live in society. So to do that, we increase skills related to activities of daily living, such as maybe making meals, or for some tying shoes, or for some playing games and sharing, or things like that. Also promote integration into the community. So we don't just spend all our time hanging out in the castle. We go out into the community and do different things and have experiences socially in the community. Also generalize skills to a natural environment. So we give them opportunities in a natural way to practice the skills that they have. So I got to work with a young man, which I'll tell you more about in a second. But with that young man, he had specific goals to achieve, and one of those goals was to go out and, because he was just turning 16, to go out and apply for jobs within the community. And so I had the opportunity to go out with him and apply for jobs and have that experience and show him how to do a resume and different things like that. And so it was a lot of fun. Now, in preparation to be a habilitative support, I had to do a couple things. First, there was training, an orientation with Children's Therapy Place, and also some training with my direct supervisor. Which was great. It was one-on-one, and I was able to ask questions and had a good experience there. Also, I had to take an online course that took a couple hours. I can't remember exactly, but 6 to 8 hours, I think, to become certified as a habilitative support. And so I had to go online, take this course through the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare to become certified before I started working with the young man I worked with. Also, I had to, because it had just expired that month, I had to renew my CPR and first aid certifications to work with Children's Therapy Place. That was required. So as I mentioned, I had the opportunity to work with a 15-year-old who just turned 16, young man, and he had autism. Now, I didn't have a lot of experiences with autism before this opportunity, so this was a great time to learn about what autism was. I learned through my research that I did in preparation to work with this young man, my research on autism, that the word autism comes from the Greek word autos, which means self. Children with autism are often self-absorbed and seem to exist in a private world where they are unable to successfully communicate and interact with others. And I saw this as I worked with this young man, that he kind of struggled getting out of his shell and opening up and initiating conversations. That was one of his goals. And so it was really a rewarding experience to be there and to get to know him and to experience him as he opened up to me, and then encourage him to open up to other people. I just had a ton of fun going out, and we would go to different places and talk to people about jobs, and we would also, his mom wanted him to become more independent in opportunities to go shopping, and so we went to the store and we budgeted it taught him how to budget money a little bit and find the best deals, and buy him some jeans and bought him a shirt to get ready for his end of the school year dance, and just had these opportunities to see him learn and grow and become a little bit more independent, and it was really a rewarding experience to work with him. Now, how did I help? It's at some points within my internship, I kind of felt like this dog who ate the cookies to help it. And because I was enjoying what I was doing so much, I had a lot of fun working with this young man and interacting with him and teaching him. I just had a blast, and so in some ways I felt that way. But I think I also was able to help because the Children's Therapy Place was having a rough time finding a lot of male individuals. The young man that I had worked with had consistently female individuals who were his habilitative support working with him, and so it was kind of nice for him, and at least, to have a male that he could work with and associate with, and hopefully I was able to teach him some things. And I was also able to go in and do some work within the office with the Children's Therapy Place as well. And so I don't know how much help I was there, but it was a good opportunity. Now, I think more than how much I helped, I think I was helped a lot more in many ways. I learned about some disabilities that I'd had a little bit of experience with in the past from my teaching opportunities that I've had, but not a lot. And so I got to learn about different disabilities. One thing that I didn't mention before in my preparation to be a habilitative support is I had to do a lot of observing of other habilitative support and habilitative interventionalists as they worked with their children, and that was an incredible experience, and I learned a lot of valuable principles from those people and those experiences. Another way I was helped is Children's Therapy Place has offered me a job as a habilitative interventionalist. And so I need, if I can qualify as a habilitative interventionalist, hopefully that's an opportunity that I'm looking into as a full-time job that I could do in the Boise area. And so there's and I've been helped in many other ways, but from the staff and teaching and guiding. And another thing that I learned to do a little bit better was paperwork. I've never been a big fan of it, but it was required in this job to do some paperwork. And I think my skills in doing paperwork, especially related to people with disabilities, that is a way I was able to grow and improve in an area. Now, connections. I think I could pull from so many different places within my degree where I could say that I use those, but I'll try to keep it short. So I'll only share with you 2 connections where I use something from my degree in my internship experience. One was communication. One of the biggest things in my degree with marriage and family studies is I've learned that communications are essential to success within families and within societies and for individuals. And so I had the opportunity to teach this young man that I worked with some communication skills and also to work on my own communication skills on how I could communicate with this individual who struggled with communications. And so I know that a lot of times I would pull different principles that I had learned from my communication classes into my experiences with this young man. Another thing that I used frequently and pulled on frequently is family theories. Family theories such as I saw family systems theory was one in particular where some changes I saw where some changes could be implemented into the family system that would help Luis, and I was able to share some of those with Luis and even with his mom as I got to know her a little bit better, just little ideas that I had. So family theories became a definite tool that I was able to draw upon as I worked with Luis and his mom. Now, I would completely and totally, with all my heart, recommend this place as a great opportunity to do an internship. Like I said, they worked with me so well, and I didn't have a lot of time to establish this internship and get it done, but they did everything they could to help me, and I was able to be successful with their help. Cindy Eldridge is awesome. She's great. She is the DDA supervisor there, and she was my supervisor as I worked there through my internship, and she was so helpful. They're busy, but she was always available for me when I had questions or concerns or when I wasn't sure if I was doing the paperwork right. She was there to help and support me. And so there's the phone number there for the Children's Therapy Place, and also the fax number. And feel free to contact them if you have any questions. And just to conclude, Children's Therapy Place is, even though I only was there for 8 weeks, has really changed my life, and hopefully I'll have more opportunities to work with them in the future, and maybe you will too. Thanks.